Hi guys! So, let's talk about the hottest topic for the day, which is corruption. We are on our 27th day ng ating daily vlog. And napansin ko lang all over my social media, all about corruption. And I'm just glad that this is being exposed. And mas lalong lumalalim yung awareness ng mga tao. Pero what's bothering more is pag binasa nyo yung mga comment section, like sobrang rude, like mamatay ka na, kailan mamamatay ito, lahat na ata ng mura. The question is this really the solution? Will those cursing words contribute to this nation? Kasi baka, wala ka naman palang pinagkaiba sa mga corrupt na yun. Yes, for sure, may mga corruption, hindi nalingid sa kaalaman natin. Like, we're very much aware. And we're seeing it right in front of our eyes. And hindi tayo bulag dun. We're now busy criticizing yung mga Nepo babies. Kasi they have flashy cars, luxury trips, or even yung mga privileges nila are being flaunted all over social media. But honestly, we're just scratching the surface. Kasi the real issue here isn't just about those kids, those women, those Nepo babies flaunting their wealth online. The real question here is where that wealth are actually coming from. And what system allows this gap between rich and the struggling majority. Kasi sa totoo lang, when corruption is already embedded in business deals, government contracts, and even yung mga day-to-day systems, the effect is generational. It's not just one person living lavishly, it is the entire families securing that power and resources at the expense of the rest. However, wala naman tayo magagawa. Lilipas na naman ang isang issue, and then mayroon na naman another issue, hanggang sa nakalimutan na naman natin. Pero kasi ganun eh. Ano ba talaga magagawa natin? Kasi we have to point our fingers at the big fish, like presidents, senators, CEOs. But honestly, it starts way before that. It begins from the untitled individuals at home. Sa atin. Like yung mga small bribes. Sometimes yung mga simpleng pagsisinungaling natin. To sample nasa office ka, may assignment yung anak mo, tas pinrint mo sa office yung assignment ng anak mo. That is a form of corruption. Nag-uwi ka ng pentel pen, ng ball pen, ng stapler, galing sa office mo, papunta sa personal use mo. That's corruption. Nag-time in ka, nag-time out ka, ng mas maaga, tapos ika-count mo siya as full-time work. Guilty ako dyan. That's also corruption. You're using the company car and yung fuel nun to the destination that is supposedly for your personal na lakad hindi sa work mo. That is also a form of corruption. Tayo, pag nagpaproseso tayo ng mga kung anek-anek, para ma-skip natin yung proseso or mapabilis natin yung proseso, under the table tayo. The corruption is actually inside the office. It grows from those small cheats that actually people normalize. Pag nahuli ka sa daan, merong blue boys dyan, kinuha yung lisensya mo. What would you say, kuya? Bigyan na lang ito pang merienda. Lisensya na kasi hindi ko alam eh. Bigyan mo ng 100, 200. It's a form of corruption. Guilty ako dyan. You're faking IDs. PWD, ID mo, para maka-discount ka, pineke mo. That's a form of corruption. So sa mga nagko-comment dyan, spreading so much hate, can you ask yourself, if once in your life, you were never corrupt, we are all corrupt. We are all guilty of that. Ibang-ibang level lang. Kasi corruption is not just starting from the lowest level of the government officials. It all starts from the house, from our home, and from us. And the only way for us to contribute and help our nation is to change ourselves. I know masakit sabihin na parang, ayaw na magbayad ng tax. Pero it's part of our obligation. If we do not pay the tax, then we're the one who's actually corrupting the nation. So we really have to pay the tax. If yung mga government officials, hindi nila ginagamit ng tama yung mga taxes natin, then they're the one who's not doing their obligations. Mahirap baguhin ang isang sistema, isang programa, kung akala nila normal na yon. Imagine mo may project sa level ng sanggunian ng kabataan, SK, magpapaliga, budget, 30,000. Pero on the actual, hindi naman talaga gumastos ng 30,000. Binulsa. Nagsimula sa SK, kabataan, kagawad, may project, kapitan, may project, gagawa ng gutter, ng waiting shed dun sa probinsya. Cost ng pampagawa is 100,000 lang. Pero magkano yung kinuha? 600,000. Bakit? Kasi in their minds, nagpaluwal ako ng 100,000 dyan. Siyempre may markup tayo dyan. Business. Lahat ng paluwal kailangan may markup. And the thing is, na-normalize. They don't even know na mali yung ginagawa nila. Sometimes, sa atin din naman, di natin alam na mali pala magpa-time in, time out. Di natin alam na bawal mag-uwi ng bond paper na galing sa kumpanya. Di natin alam na bawal mag-print doon ng assignment ng anak mo. Why? Kasi na-normalize eh. Same din sa gobyerno natin. Yung corruption, na-normalize nila. Now, they think in their heads, they're not doing anything wrong. The thing is, those who are spreading hate and commenting are actually exactly the same, just like how those people are corrupting. Magkaibang level nga lang. Saklap, no? The only way for us to fix this, to somehow contribute and help our nation, is to really pray for our nation. Sometimes kasi ang isang sistema ang hirap tibagin yan. But it is only God who can make impossible possible. Ang isang bagay na normalize siya kapag mas marami ang gumagawa. Kung mas marami gumagawa ng korupsyon, then nanonormalize ang korupsyon. Nagiging sistema. But if we will stop this sa sarili muna natin, then maybe baka little by little, mabawasan ang korupsyon. It should all start from us. So I hope when we talk about corruption, we also have to think of ourselves. Are we not corrupting? Just really pray that one day we'll be able to fix this. Kasi deserve naman natin ma-feel din yung taxes natin. Ang sakit kaya magbayad ng tax. Doon pa lang sa asawa ko, nakikita ko na sana yung binabayad kong tax, binibigay na lang sa mga atleta. Yung kahit yun na lang, maramdaman ko yun eh. Last time nga we're talking yung asawa ko. Kahit transportation system, ayusin. Kadalasan ng basehan para malaman kung anong bansa ang successful is through their transportation system. And the most or maybe the common problem here in the Philippines is yung transportation system natin. Bakit transportation system ang basehan para malaman na masagana ang isang bansa? Because of trading. Mapasok lang yung trading, ano? Pero hindi, malaking bagay ang transportation sa isang sistema ng isang bansa. Kasi say for example, we're buying repolyo from Baguio. From Baguio, papunta ng Manila. So ngayon, supply and demand. If mas maraming nasusupply na repolyo dito sa Manila, yung presyo ng repolyo bababa. Pero since onte, yung natatransport from Baguio papunta ng Manila because of the transportation issues and mga truck bans and traffic na hindi maresolba, umuonte yung napapadala na repolyo galing sa Baguio papunta dito sa Manila. That is why nagmamahal yung presyo ng repolyo. So ngayon, kung maayos yung transportation system na makakapagpadala tayo ng mas maraming repolyo from Baguio papunta ng Manila, then most definitely, mas mumura yung presyo. Mas okay yung buhay ng mga tao kasi they can buy more with their money. That is why napakalaki ng role talaga ng transportation system. I hope isa sa mga solusyonan at pagfokusan ng gobyerno. Kasi ang transportation system, isa sa mga pinakamakakatulong sa bansa natin para mas ma-improve natin ang trading system. Ng mga commodities, ng mga goods, services. Magugulat na lang kayo pag naayos yung transportation system natin, susunod na yung GDP natin. Mas may improve yung inflation. Domino effect na yan. Tignan nyo yung mga bansa na masaganan. Magaganda yung transportation system ng Japan, Singapore. Nagpunta ako Europe, ganda rin ng transpo nila dun. One thing na I wanted to address here in the Philippines sana na pansinan ng gobyerno, transportation system. Anyway, yun lang. September 1 na September 1, no? Kakapasok lang ng bare months. Again, ito na yung pinag-uusapan natin, pero we need to talk about this. This is awareness. Kailangan ma-expose sa mga kailangan ma-expose. Anyway, yun lang guys. Good luck sa mga trades nyo for Monday and for the rest of the week. I hope na maging successful kayo sa mga trading journey nyo for this week. So if you want to join my community, pasok lang po kayo sa Telegram natin, which is yan po. May kuko ko, may itim. Kinulayo ko kasi ng buhok si Hergie. Kaya yung kamay ko, yung puro itim. And tomorrow, nasa Marriott Hotel kami ni Hergie. We will be attending the preview ball. Exciting. Susuot namin Cordillera na outfit, which is nakaka-excite.